I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this, I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country.
Kash Patel just admitted something in a hearing room that should end his career, and almost nobody is talking about it. Not because it wasn't said, because he's counting on you not paying attention. This is the man running the FBI, the most powerful law enforcement agency in America. And when a sitting senator asked him a direct question about his own sworn testimony, he couldn't give a straight answer. Not once. Watch what that tells you about who's actually in charge of your safety right now.
Donald Trump promised to make us all safer. You have pushed out senior FBI agents with decades of knowledge and experience. In fact, this is the first time in FBI history that neither the director nor the deputy director have any experience with the FBI. You've shifted the agency's priorities primarily to pursuing Donald Trump's immigration enforcement agenda. According to ICE data, the Cato Institute, which is a conservative think tank, found that 20% of all agents have been diverted from their work to assist ICE immigration enforcement. 20%. Part of this operation is the work of mass law enforcement who jump out of cars, snatch people off streets at churches, schools, and their jobs and hospitals. Have there been any FBI agents who investigate crimes against children that have been assigned to immigration enforcement, yes or no?
The premise of what you say is entirely false.
Have there been any FBI agents who investigate foreign domestic terrorism?
You don't get to say America is not safer under this leadership.
I am not saying
America
that.
is safer because of the work of the FBI.
You're making a presumption of premise.
4,700 children.
Sir,
we have seized 6,000 weapons and 23,000 violent felons have been arrested.
That FBI agents who investigate human trafficking have been reassigned to immigration enforcement. You are not denying that FBI agents who are on the task force that fight against Russian oligarchs have not been reassigned. Public Corrections Squad, reassigned. People who defend children, reassigned. You're not denying that. I've seen you time and time again attack my colleagues' premises of questions as a way to not answer the question. So let me end with this. I believe you have made our country weaker and less safe. I believe that we are more vulnerable to a major event, and I pray to God it doesn't happen. You've gutted the Bureau of Institutional Knowledge and Expertise. You fired or pushed out seasoned FBI officials, many with more than 20 years of experience, and were working on cases that were critical. You've been purging thousands of serious law enforcement officials who spent their careers keeping us safe, only to lower hiring standards in order to find anyone to replace them. And shockingly, you admitted in this hearing to Senator Coons that it would take 14 years to fill the vacancies at your agency. Many are the result of your purge. 20% of FBI agents are doing low-level immigration enforcement instead of their mission-critical work. You've disbanded entire task forces that stop election interference, foreign influence, public corruption. And who benefits from this? Well, corrupt people benefit from it. Criminals benefit from it. Vladimir Putin benefits from it. And it really makes me wonder who you're looking out for. It makes me think we can't trust you as a nation. You swear to release the Epstein files, but now you're withholding the Epstein files. You claim that you have a suspect in a serious assassination. Whoops, then you don't have a suspect. You know nothing about plans to remove FBI agents, yet you're directly involved in those plans. In the words of an ex-FBI official, you are overseeing, and I quote, generational destruction of the nation's premier law enforcement agency. Mr. Patel, in just 8 months, you have assaulted the institutional integrity of the FBI. But I know FBI field agents. I've worked with them in Newark. No matter how truly bad you are, you can't undermine the legacy of agents who fight every day to keep us safe, but you can tarnish the integrity of the agency and undermine the agency's capacity. I believe you're failing as a leader. and that your failure does have serious implications for the safety and security of Americans and our families.
Kash Patel promised, under oath, that FBI employees would be protected from political retribution. That was the deal. That was what got him confirmed. Then he turned around and fired Brian Driscoll. 20 years at the Bureau, a Medal of Valor winner, a Shield of Bravery recipient, the guy who ran the Newark field office with a record most agents can only dream of, gone, fired by letter, citing Article 2 of the Constitution as his justification. Except Kash Patel is not the president of the United States. He doesn't have Article 2 authority. He invented a legal basis for a political firing and hoped nobody would check his math. That's not law enforcement. That's a loyalty test with a badge attached. And here's the part that should really make you angry. When pressed on whether Driscoll's termination had anything to do with political loyalty to Donald Trump, Patel wouldn't answer directly. He hid behind ongoing litigation. Convenient, isn't it?
We're more vulnerable to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're fit to hand the Bureau. But here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this. I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes, sir. That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
dividing this country,
it is my
I follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tear
my
this country
time
apart.
to
There
address
should be a
your
unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want
in this country.
to not
Senator,
take
it is
my
responsibility
time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making a
time is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell me
since
what
you
my
tell-
time is.
Senator-
You can't lecture me.
You can tell me
Sir,
my time's
you have-
over?
You may be the charge of the
I'm not
FBI,
going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Senator Booker, I announced at the beginning of this meeting that this back and forth, talking over each other, doesn't work. And I said if that happened, I asked Patel not to respond, and I was going to give him some time after the senator's time was up to respond. And he has the privilege to do that uninterrupted.
Mr.
So
Chairman, one point of
Go
order.
ahead, Mr.
I've
Patel.
watched him talk over us, and you've never once criticized him for us not even being able to get our questions out.
Well,
He has been rude and disrespectful to senator after senator.
And when the senators were not giving him a chance to answer, I didn't stop the senator either. Go ahead, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If the FBI, under my 7-month leadership, were failing this administration in this country, why do we have 23,000 violent felons arrested this year alone? A double increase from that time last year. Why is it that we have seized 6,000 weapons? Why have we found 1,500 child predators and arrested them? Why have we 300 human traffickers in jail? Why have we found and identified 4,700 children? Why have we seized 1,600 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill a third of the American public, a 25% increase alone from last year? 88,000 kilograms of cocaine seized, 7,000 kilograms of meth seized, and that's just on our criminal operations in summer heat. How is it possible that we are taking 8 kilograms off the streets of the cities in New Jersey and preventing the deaths of 607,000 people this year alone, a failure of the FBI and my leadership? How is it that we have counterintelligence arrests already this year exceeding the numbers from the entirety of last year? 33% increase in PRC, 83% in Russia, 60% in the CI space as it relates to Iran, and we haven't even talked about CT, the southern border, the northern border.
Before Senator Cruz, I kind of feel like a broken record today. All this interest in FBI termination, yet my colleagues showed no intent or interest in when my whistleblowers suffered retaliation over the past years, particularly the past 4 years. Indeed, one whistleblower has alleged that Brian Driscoll's insubordination whether an agent is on a hot button case or not, they ought to be held accountable for misconduct and weaponization. Senator Cruz.
He'll testify to whatever helps him in the moment, but the second the truth becomes inconvenient, suddenly it's all under legal review. Then there's the Mar-a-Lago documents question. A simple yes or no. Did Patel testify before a grand jury that Trump declassified the documents at the center of the classified documents case? He wouldn't say yes, he wouldn't say no. He dodged, deflected, and tried to hide behind a transcript that a federal court has already ruled will not be released to the public. Think about that for a second. The head of the FBI is refusing to confirm his own sworn testimony in an open oversight hearing to elected representatives of the American people. If he told the truth to that grand jury, there is no reason on earth he can't repeat it in public. The only reason to dodge is if the truth doesn't match the story he's been telling everyone else. Now, zoom out. Under Patel's leadership, 20% of FBI agents have been pulled off their actual jobs. Investigations into human trafficking, child predators, foreign counterintelligence, Russian oligarch networks, and reassigned to immigration sweeps. Agents who were supposed to be protecting kids from predators are now doing crowd control on ICE raids. That is not a safer America. That is an FBI that has been hollowed out and repurposed as a political enforcement arm. And who benefits when American counterintelligence gets gutted? Foreign adversaries benefit, corrupt actors benefit. Meanwhile, Patel wants credit for arrest numbers while quietly admitting in the same hearing that it would take 14 years to fill the vacancies his own purge created. He swore he'd release the Epstein files. He hasn't. He claimed to have a suspect in a serious assassination case. Then that suspect vanished from the story entirely with zero explanation. This is a pattern, not a coincidence. Say what sounds good under oath. Do the opposite when the cameras move on. Hide behind procedure the moment someone asks a follow-up. Kash Patel wants you to believe he's protecting this country, but when the most basic question about his own credibility comes up, he can't even confirm what he told a grand jury under oath. That's not leadership. That's a man who knows exactly what he said and knows exactly why he can't repeat it out loud. Keep watching, because the people asking these questions are not backing down, and neither should you.